The price of unimaginable wealth. What would you sacrifice for riches beyond your wildest dreams? Musa, an ambitious young man from Abuja, was willing to pay the ultimate price for wealth. But as they say, nothing ever comes for free. What happens when the bill comes due? Musa grew up in Kuje, a crowded neighborhood where poverty was the norm. He had big dreams of escaping his humble beginnings, but the odds seemed stacked against him. One evening, Musa's close friend Tunda introduced him to Baba Agba, a powerful herbalist known for helping Yahoo boys, internet scammers, achieve overnight riches. Baba Agba promised Musa unimaginable wealth, but there was a dark price to pay. "You will become wealthy beyond your wildest dreams," Baba Agba said, his deep voice reverberating in the dimly lit shrine. "But you must bring me the underwear of every woman you sleep with. These will be your sacrifices to sustain your riches." Baba Agba issued a chilling warning. "Every 5 years you must return to renew the ritual. When the time comes, I will demand a greater sacrifice. If you fail to comply, the gods will take everything from you." Blinded by greed, Musa agreed, ignoring the ominous undertone of Baba's words. Musa stood in front of the mirror, adjusting the collar of his freshly ironed shirt. The tension in the room was palpable. His heart pounded as he stared at the small black pouch Baba Agbara had given him, which lay on his bedside table. It was time to begin. His plan was simple. Head to a high-profile party, charm the ladies with his wit and newfound confidence, and collect the 5 underwears needed for his first sacrifice. He spritzed on an expensive cologne, a luxury he had borrowed from Tunda, and set off into the Lagos night. At the party, Musa's charm was magnetic. Women flocked to him as he bought drinks and whispered sweet nothings. The first woman followed him to rented hotel home. After they had intercourse, he gave her some of the money Tunda had given him. She giggled as she excused herself to the bathroom, leaving her handbag behind. Musa slipped her underwear into his pouch unnoticed. Night after night, he prowled the nightclubs, seeking more victims, looking for thrills and excitement. By the end of the week, he had his 5 items. As he walked out at the end each party, his steps were heavier than before. The excitement of the chase was gone, replaced by the weight of what lay ahead. The air was heavy and damp as Musa entered Baba Agba's shrine deep in the forest. The dim light of burning candles cast eerie shadows on the walls. Baba sat cross-legged on a leopard skin mat, his eyes glowing faintly in the darkness. "You have the offerings?" Baba's voice was gravelly, his tone commanding. Musa nodded and handed over the black pouch. Baba emptied its contents onto a clay altar. 5 underwears lay there, forming a small pile. Baba began to chant in a language Musa didn't understand, his hands moving over the altar. The air grew colder, and a strange wind swept through the shrine, causing the candles to flicker violently. "The gods accept your offering," Baba said after a long silence. "Your journey to wealth begins now. But remember, you must return every 6 months with more offerings. The gods are watching." Musa felt a chill run down his spine. For a moment, he wanted to back out, but greed silenced his doubts. That night, back in his modest apartment, Musa stood scrolling through his phone. He had almost convinced himself the ritual was a joke, until his phone buzzed. An alert appeared on the screen. N25 000 deposited into your account. Musa stared at the screen in disbelief, his hands trembling. He opened his banking app and confirmed the balance. It was real. He let out a loud laugh, one filled with relief and exhilaration. "This is only the beginning," he whispered to himself, already envisioning the mansions, cars, and power that awaited him. He lay back on the bed, staring at the ceiling. For the first time in years, Musa felt invincible. What he didn't realize was that every transaction, every moment of wealth, would bind him tighter to a deal that would eventually destroy him. The first week, he bought his first car, a Mercedes-Benz. His neighbors and family members were shocked. Many questioned his newly found wealth, and he told them all it was online business. Immediately, he moves out of the slums. Within a year, he owned properties in Lekki and Banana Island, drove the latest Rolls-Royce, and traveled the world. Buys even more cars. He became a celebrity in Lagos's elite circles, throwing lavish parties and rubbing shoulders with politicians and entertainers. But the sacrifices never stopped. Every 6 months, Musa returned to Baba Agbara with 5 more underwears, ensuring the flow of his wealth. To keep his wealth flowing, Musa seduced countless women, ensuring he always left with their underwear. The more he collected, the richer he became. But his obsession grew darker. Musa became a master manipulator. luring women with his wealth and charm. He targeted young, impressionable girls at parties and clubs, offering them expensive drinks, gifts, and wads of cash. After spending the night with a woman, Musa always ensured he left with her underwear. When she noticed it was missing, he would offer one of the following excuses. "I think you forgot to pack it. It must have fallen behind the bed. Don't worry, I'll replace it. The cleaners may have taken it by mistake. Here's some money to buy new ones." The girls, blinded by the gifts and cash he showered on them, rarely questioned him further. Some were even flattered by his gestures. Musa became so confident that he targeted even close acquaintances and relatives. During a family gathering, he stole his cousin's underwear from the laundry. On another occasion, he took his married sister-in-law's underwear while visiting her home. Musa's actions left a trail of destruction. The women he used began experiencing strange, inexplicable problems, others dying mysteriously. For example, Sandra, a promising law student, failed her bar exams repeatedly despite her brilliance. She suffered intense migraines before every exam, leaving her unable to focus. These women had no idea their suffering was linked to Musa. Some sought traditional healers. Others turned to men of God. Only a few found solace through powerful deliverance prayers. His fraudulent scams started to earn him millions. With each successful deal, his confidence grew. Soon he moved into a luxurious apartment in Lekki, bought exotic cars, and started throwing extravagant parties. Often Musa would feel the aura of being watched by shadows lurking around him. Even with all the wealth he was accumulating, there was always fear and an uncomfortable feeling around him. Many times friends and family told him they could either hear a strange voice around him or that they felt as though they were being watched, but each time, he would tell them it was just their imagination. People knew something was wrong and often wondered at the sudden wealth, but no one could place a finger on it. During his grandest party at his Banana Island mansion, Musa began to feel uneasy. Strange things started happening. Shadows flickered in the corners of his rooms, and whispers echoed in his ears. "Where is the pant? We are watching." Dismissing these as stress, Musa carried on with his lifestyle. But as the days passed, the voices grew louder, and his nightmares became unbearable. Even while he slept, he always felt that someone was watching him. The pressure started to build up gradually. He started to lose sleep. The whispers grow louder as shadows flicker in the corners of the room. Musa turns, but no one is there. Suddenly, blood-red writing appears on the mirror. As the 5-year mark approached, Musa had long forgotten Baba Agba's warning. His wealth blinded him to the looming danger. By now, Musa had delivered 30 underwears to Baba Agba, amassing wealth beyond imagination. He hosted extravagant parties, mingled with politicians and celebrities, and bought properties in Dubai and London. But during one of the parties in his mansion, Musa began to feel uneasy. Strange things started happening. Shadows flickered in the corners of his rooms, and whispers echoed in his ears. "Where is the pant? The gods are watching." Dismissing these as stress, Musa carried on with his lifestyle. But as the days passed, the voices grew louder, and his nightmares became unbearable. Musa sits in his luxurious living room, clutching a glass of whiskey. The room is silent, but faint whispers start. "Where is the pant? The gods are watching." Terrified, Musa fled to Dubai, hoping to escape the curse. But his troubles only worsened. His accounts were mysteriously frozen and his properties seized. Desperate, Musa tried to scam again but was caught by authorities. Though he managed to bribe his way out, his erratic behavior began drawing attention. Even while in prison, the shadows would not let him be. One fateful day, after the Dubai authorities let him go, Musa was seen shouting in a crowded mall, "Where is the pant? I need more pants to save my life." The authorities rearrested him, and the video of his breakdown went viral. Unable to handle his madness, Dubai deported him back to Nigeria. When Musa arrived at Lagos airport, barefoot and raving mad, he screamed, "Bring me pants! I need more pants!" News of his return spread quickly. Videos of him went viral, and the women he had used began to piece their stories together. Ngozi, Ada, and others realized the connection between their suffering and Musa's dark rituals. Some found redemption through powerful prayers and deliverance, while others struggled to rebuild their lives, the scars of their experiences forever etched in their hearts. Musa disappeared shortly after. Some say he wandered into the forest, consumed by the curse. His name became a cautionary tale, a reminder that wealth gained through dark means will always demand a price. Would you sacrifice everything for fleeting riches? Musa's story reminds us that greed has a cost and shortcuts to success often end in disaster. Like, share, and comment your thoughts below. Don't forget to subscribe for more gripping African tales with powerful life lessons.